Awakened minute, moment of wisdoms every day. Let me ask you something. When did you last have a genuinely quiet mind? Not half, not distracted, actually. No replaying of conversations, no planning tomorrow, no wondering what that person meant by that thing they said. Just still. If you're struggling to remember, I get it. Most of us can't. And I don't think that's because we're broken. I think it's because nobody ever showed us what to do with a mind that won't stop. That's what this is about today. Your brain isn't doing this to torture you, it's trying to protect you. That's actually what it was built for, to scan for problems, to anticipate what could go wrong, to find solutions before danger arrives. For most of human history, that was incredibly useful. But the threats we face today aren't tigers or storms. They're emails we haven't replied to, conversations that didn't go the way we hoped, futures we can't predict, people we can't control, and your brain doing exactly what it was designed to do. Keeps scanning, keeps looping back, trying to think its way to a place that feels safe. The problem is, that place doesn't exist at the end of a thought spiral. It never did. So the loop continues. You think about it. You think about thinking about it. You tell yourself to stop thinking about it. And now you're 3 layers deep in a thought about a thought about a thought. And somehow you're more anxious than when you started. Sound familiar? Here's why that happens. The moment you try to suppress a thought, you've already given it your full attention. You've told your brain, this thing is important enough to fight. And your brain believes you. So it doubles down. You push, it pushes back. You distract, it waits. You sleep, it wakes you up at 3 a.m. to pick up exactly where you left off. It's not stubbornness, it's just how the mind works. So if fighting doesn't work, what does? Here's the shift that actually changes something. Stop trying to stop the thoughts and start watching them instead. I know that sounds too simple. Stay with me. There's a real difference between being inside a thought and noticing that a thought is happening. When you're inside it, you are the thought. You believe it. You feel it in your body. Your heart rate goes up. Time disappears. When you're watching it, there's a little bit of space, a tiny gap between you and the content. And in that gap, you can breathe. You can choose. So here's what this looks like practically. Next time you notice your mind looping, don't fight it. Don't follow it either. Just quietly name it. One word: thinking. Not, I'm so anxious right now. Not, why can't I just stop this? Not, here we go again. Just thinking, said gently, almost kindly, the way you'd point something out to a friend. Oh, thinking. There it is. That one word does something subtle but important. It reminds you that you're not the thought. You are the one noticing the thought. And that distance, even a millimeter of it, is enough to keep you from being pulled under. Let's go a little deeper for a moment, because I think it's worth understanding what overthinking is really about underneath the surface. At its core, it's the mind trying to control something it can't control: the future, other people, how things turn out, whether you made the right choice, whether they're okay with you, whether it's all going to be fine. And so it rehearses again and again, running simulations, preparing for every possible outcome, trying to find the version of events where everything is certain and nothing hurts. But here's the thing: that version doesn't exist. Uncertainty isn't a problem to be solved, it's just the nature of being alive. And the exhausting part, the part that makes overthinking so draining, isn't the uncertainty itself, it's the fighting of it, the refusal to let things be unknown. So, what does it look like to stop fighting uncertainty? It doesn't mean you stop caring. It doesn't mean nothing matters. It means you get to a place where you can say, I don't know how this turns out, and I can be here anyway. I don't know if they're upset with me, and I can function anyway. I don't know if I made the right call, and I can still move forward. That's not defeat. That's actually a kind of freedom. Because when you're not spending every bit of energy trying to make the uncertain feel certain, you have that energy back for the actual moment you're in, for the actual people in front of you, for the life that's happening right now, instead of the one you're rehearsing in your head. You can't think your way to peace. I really want that to land. Not because thinking is bad. Thinking is extraordinary. But thinking about the same thing in the same way, hoping for a different feeling, that's not thinking. That's just suffering on repeat. Peace doesn't come from resolving everything. It comes from being willing to be here, even when everything isn't resolved. And that starts small. The next thought that pulls at you today, just notice it, name it, let it move. You don't have to fix anything right now. You just have to be here. That's enough. Take care of yourself.